I am Glyceryl of Oraca, BE Ed 2 morning session. Everybody stand up and let's bow our head. Amen. Good morning, class. Is there any absent today? None? So very good. Who can still remember our lesson yesterday? A pictograph. So, what is a pictograph? Very good, class. Before we start, let's all do an action song. Are you all familiar about the I'm a Little Teapot song? Okay, let's all sing. Great job, class. Let's go with our activity. Are you ready? Now I will divide you into two groups. This is the group 1 and this is the group 2. Each group should drop the clock hands in the clock face written on the provided manila paper, and I will show some flashcards with time written on them. Whoever has the most score wins. Okay, number 1, 8:30. Okay, very good, group 1. Number 2, 6:30. Okay, very good, group 1. Habol, group 2. Number 3, 12 o'clock. Okay, very good, group 2. Number 4, 9:30. Okay, very good, group 2. So the last one is 1 o'clock. Okay, very good, group 1. So the winner is the group 1. What do you notice about our activity? Very good. How we identify the clock time? So why do we need a clock? Okay, so before we start our topic for today, let me read the objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to read and interpret time to the hour and half hour using clock, draw or construct their own clock including numbers, hand, and accurately set the time to the hour and half hour, and C. Express an appreciation for the importance of time in their daily lives. Okay, reading clock to the hour and half hour is the skill of understanding and interpreting the time displayed on a clock face. I have here an example of a clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hour hand. The short hand. The shorter hand on the clock points to the hour. Minute hand. The long hand. The long hand. Minute hand. The longer hand on the clock points to the minute. The hour hand slowly moves from one number to the next as the minute pass. At the half hour, the hour hand is halfway between two numbers. For example, 2:30. 2:30. Reading the hour. When the minute hand is pointing at the 12, the minute hand is the longer hand, pointing at the 12. It's exactly on the hour. For example, if the hour hand, the small hand, is pointing at the 12, the hour hand is pointing at the 3, at the 3, and the minute hand, the longer hand, is pointing at the 12. If the hour hand, the small hand, is pointing at the 3, and the longer hand, the minute hand, is pointing at the 12, it's 3 o'clock. Let's go to reading the half hour. When the minute hand is pointing at the 6, minute hand is the longer hand, it's the half hour. For example, if the hour hand, the small hand, is between the 3 and the 4, between, so sa gitna sila. So sa gitna siya ng dalawang numbers. and the minute hand is at the 6, it's 3:30 because the counting of these numbers is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 is the half hour. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 60 is the hour. Okay, do you understand, class? Now, let's try if you really understand our lesson. I will group you into three groups. Draw a clock in the following given clock hour of each group. The group 1 is 6:30. The group 2 is 9 o'clock, and the last group is 1:30. Please present your work in the front. Okay, very good, class. Let's clap our hands. What is reading clock to the hour and half hour? Very good. Why reading clock is important? Okay, does reading clock is useful in our daily lives? Okay, very good. In a 1/4 sheet of paper, answer the following questions. Okay, pass your paper, class. The number one question is, if the hour hand is pointing at the 10 and the minute hand is pointing at the 6, what time is it? It's 10:30. Okay. Number 2, what time is it when the hour hand is pointing halfway between the 3 and 4 and the minute hand is pointing at 6? It's 3:30. What time is it when the hour hand is pointing at the 8 and the minute hand is pointing at the 12? It's 8 o'clock. If the hour hand is pointing at the 1 and the minute hand is pointing at the 12, what time is it? It's 1 o'clock. When the hour hand is pointing at the 12 and the minute hand is pointing at the 6, what time is it? It's 12:30. Okay, very good. Let's go to our assignment. So our assignment is in a short bond paper, draw a clock face, label the numbers 1 through 12, then draw the hands to show the following times. Number 1, the following times is number 1, 3 o'clock, number 2, 10:30, number 3, 4 o'clock, number 4, 5:30, and number 5 is 11 o'clock. That's it. Goodbye, class. Thank you.